Yeah. So the first thing is that you do have to be okay with the idea that over time, some of your money is going to be lost. But depending on what you invest in and what your time frame is, it will eventually be okay. So if you do dead simple index funds, S&P 500 index fund, Vanguard VOO, for example, yeah, right now S&P 500 is down 20% or 17%, some double digit number for this year because it's a very bad year in the economy and stuff. But over the lifetime of the S&P 500, the return is somewhere between 8 and 10% over the past 60 plus years. So yeah, there's down years, but overall, you're gonna have more up years than down years, and eventually, it's going to make you money. So first rule of like with before you can get started is whatever money you're putting into this is money you don't need immediately next month. Now, the more speculative you get when you get into crypto and stuff, maybe the rule changes from it's not money you don't need next month, but it's money you're okay losing. You're okay just throwing it away and like saying that was a fun, little money experiment. And there's different degrees of that. But when I first started, I leaned heavily upon, experts. So when I read "I Will Teach You to Be Rich," Ramit Sethi really recommends index funds. Dave Ramsey, to some degree or another, recommends mutual funds or ETFs or things. And I read some of the experts who were like, you need to open a Roth IRA. And I didn't know what the heck a Roth IRA was, but at age 29, I opened a Roth IRA and I with Vanguard, and I had a target date retirement fund, which is now just shifted over to just S&P 500. But I just kind of leaned on those experts to see what is the best way to like dip my toes into the pool, maybe the least risky, while also giving ability to grow over time, and that I can like test the waters a little bit and maybe not lose 90% of it next week. Maybe it does go down 10% over a quarter or something temporarily. So lean on those experts, figure those things out, and then as I gain more time in the market and more expertise and learned more education, then I could kind of decide what is more my strategy, my speed, what are my goals, and that's when I started finding things like crypto, which, for me, I've always been big into tech and stuff, and an early adopter of things, and I grew up as the internet. I was alive before the internet was really truly a thing, and then I watched it grow, and I kind of grew up during that time, and I kind of saw crypto as a thing like, hey, this is like the second coming of the internet. It's like the next like generational shift. And I am poised to be able to take advantage of this. And like the internet, I think there's going to be plenty of .com bust where the super bubble of crypto pops repeatedly, and what's left over, can grow and become stronger. But a lot, like 95% of what exists maybe today, won't exist in a decade. And so I operate from that perspective, crypto investor perspective, as like a poor man's venture capitalist. So I'm just trying to make lots of bets where I think there's really interesting technologies and companies and stuff. And then I just know that a big swath of those are no longer going to exist one day. And hopefully a few of my stars, my unicorns, they make up for the losses. And so far, that strategy has worked out fantastically for me. Of course, that could change in a year or 2 years, but I'm going to keep kind of doing that where I keep my eyes open for these interesting, crypto projects and see what's next and try to make bets on what the future of the internet looks like, the future of money looks like, and then just keep iterating and working on my strategy. But I'm also simultaneously taking some of those more outrageous moments in crypto and gains and stuff, and I do roll some of those things back to safer things, safer in crypto as into Bitcoin, safer into just general finance as into index funds. So multiple strategies there, but I think the biggest thing is dipping your toes in with education, learning a bit, and then spending that time in the market, because like there's no replacement for experience, no matter what you're into, but especially with like investing in money, for sure.